What's going on, everybody? This is Broncojuggalo, and I am coming right at you today with a very special movie review. Today I am going to be doing The Strangers Pray at Night.
People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone.
And at the end of this video, I have a special challenge for a special friend. More on that in a minute. This film was directed by Johannes Roberts. It was written by Brian Bertino, who wrote and directed the first Strangers movie. The original Strangers, I love that movie. That right there was an instant classic. It is a very good movie. We're going to find out today if this movie lived up to the hype. We have our final girl, Kinsey, played by Bailey Madison, who you may remember from Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. In this film, Mike and Cindy take their two children on a road trip. They stop at a trailer park that is owned by Cindy's uncle, where they encounter an empty trailer park, which should have people in it, and three killers. Dollface, Pinup, and the Man in the Mask have returned to wreak terror on this small community. Mike and Cindy get killed off pretty quickly, which leaves Kinsey and her brother Luke to fight back against our three strangers. Let me tell you guys, I was waiting for a sequel to The Strangers for years. In a weird way, I didn't like the way The Strangers ended. It's a really good movie, but I felt like there was so much more that could have been added. And I feel they delivered pretty well with this film. There's some who's going to say it was slow, it wasn't as good. And I'll be straight up honest, it's not as good as the first movie. But what do you expect from a film that was stuck in developmental hell for 7 years? I mean, there's a few films that get stuck in developmental hell that come out pretty good. Freddy vs. Jason being one of them, in my opinion. This one, I think it did pretty well. So I'm going to jump right into my pros and cons with that, guys. Into my pros. The third act of this film is, not only is it fucking brutal, it is so enjoyable. Just a quick warning, there are spoilers in this review. In this film, when the third act starts, it starts with a sequence by a pool. And we finally get to see one of the strangers die. Pinup gets killed next to the pool. And as I was going through taking notes and writing down things about this movie, I was like, oh sweet, we finally get to see one of them die. And I wrote down Pinup's death, which is fucking amazing, by the way. But not only does Pinup get killed, all three of them die in this film. And it's done really well, man. That entire third act. The first two acts are a little slow. I will give him that. And I was only kind of mildly into it, And then that third act started and bam, it grabbed my attention like you wouldn't believe. Now, that can be a bad thing. So, biggest pro of this film is that third act. It is so good. It totally makes this entire movie worth it. Is it worth buying? That would be up to you. Personally, it's definitely, I think, worth streaming or renting. And if you're somebody like me that likes to collect the movies for their collections and likes to fill out, franchises and make sure you have every copy of every sequel, then yes, it's worth buying. It's worth buying, but not at market price as soon as it hits the market. It's worth buying off eBay for $6 or $7 or when it goes down in price at Walmart. I'll tell you that. I really enjoyed this movie, but that third act is not enough to buy this for $20. Don't buy the $20 version of this movie. If you did, I'm sorry. I know I'm a little late on this review. I was going through my books of reviews and videos that I had done and realized that there was a couple I haven't gotten to. So don't go buy the $20 version of this movie if you haven't already. Find it cheaper on eBay like I do, or wait till it goes down in price. Okay? Trust me. Go rent it at Redbox. It's there. You'll see it. Another big pro I have for this film is the lighting. It's done very well. You could see everything. The night shots are dark and they're mysterious, but it's not so overbearing dark that you can't see what's going on. So the lighting was done very well. The acting in this movie is very well, especially from our two young lead characters. I thought they did a great job. I really enjoyed their presence in this film. I thought that our final girl, Kinsey, Bailey Madison, did an awesome job. I think she's an excellent little actress. That sounded so wrong, didn't it? I'm sorry. To all you feminists out there, I'm sorry. That's not how I meant it. I meant she's an awesome young actress. Sorry. Didn't mean to sound like somebody from the 50s, but if you got to take offense to that, then I don't care. I'm not PC, so if you think I will be. Anyways, that being said, sorry to go off on my little tangent. I'm just getting very tired of the way this world is right now. You know, I'm all for everybody being equal. I am what I consider myself a feminist. But I'm a real feminist. I'm a feminist who believes that women are equal and just as good, but do have things that they can do, and men have things they can do that probably shouldn't be intermixed. And I'm sorry if that offends anybody. There are some things women can do that I don't want to do. As a man, I don't want to be anywhere near. And if you come from a background like I am, as far as your jobs go, there are some jobs women should not be a part of. I'm sorry to tell you that, but there is. And I know I'm still going on this tangent. I'm very sorry. Oh. Just got a weird ringing in my ears. Maybe it's all the feminist anger out there directed my way. But you know, when I say I'm a feminist, I am. I believe that all women are equal to men. You can do everything a man can. Whether we should or not is another story. But I also believe that women can be proud of being women and take pride in their femininity and not have to act like it doesn't exist. Like what is the term of modern day feminism, or should I just call it what it is, which is man hate. Yes, if you're a modern day feminist, you're nothing more than a man hater, and you should shut the fuck up. Anyways, I'm sorry about the rant, I really am. I'm going to get back to my video so I can watch Bride of Chucky. So I want to check out Bride of Chucky tonight. Another big pro for me, the cinematography in the film was absolutely terrific. I forgot to look who did it, I'm sorry, but it was an absolutely terrific job, and it was really well done. I really enjoyed it. I also really enjoyed the music, and I forgot to look up who did that too, so I'm sorry, but I really wasn't prepared to do this review tonight. I just wanted to do something to add to this challenge video, so I decided to do this. The music of this film was so good. I really enjoyed it. It really did add a sense of dread to the film. And that brings me into my cons. What took away from the dread in the film? The trailer park setting. I really didn't like it. If you remember the first Strangers film, it was done in a house in the middle of nowhere, which was, pretty cool because they were trapped, but they were also in this confined area in the house. The trailer park is so open, and you would think, and there pretty much is, because you see what happens at the end of the film when somebody drives by and saves her. There is traffic going on around it, so the openness of it really took it away from me. I was like, why don't they just jump over the fence and get away? Which they could have done at any time, but they didn't. I don't understand that, but whatever. I guess then we wouldn't have a movie if they did, right? Another big con for me, was the dumb horror cliches in the film. There was quite a few of them. It seemed like the characters were determined to do every bad decision that there could be done in a horror movie. For example, when our main character decides to play with the Jack-in-the-Box. She hears the sound of the Jack-in-the-Box in the creepy empty room, and instead of just going, oh great, a kid's toy, and leaves, oh, let me go play with that. And she plays with it till the Jack-in-the-Box pops out, and then boom, that gives the killer time to be right there. Dumb horror decisions brought this movie down for me a little bit. But that's... And as I said, I kind of touched on this before, the first two acts are a little slow. The first two acts are a little slow, and it's a lot of just, dialoguing between the four main characters. But after that third act, so brutal, so awesome, definitely worth a watch. If you haven't seen Strangers Pray at Night, guys, give it a chance. I enjoyed it. Believe me, the third act is worth the rest of the movie. Check it out. I will definitely say if you got to buy it for your collection like I do, buy it. But if not, check it out on Netflix when it gets there. Or check it out at Redbox, you know what I mean? Anyways, guys, that is it for the review portion. My buddy Eric and I, his channel is called Hey Internet, Eric here. So if you haven't seen his channel, go check him out, subscribe to him. I'm going to put the link to his channel in the description box below. He and I are going to be doing a new series. I believe we've settled on the name Bronco versus Eric Movie Review Challenge or something like that. Still working out the details. But this is the first official challenge. Eric, I'm sorry. I told you I would have this done over the weekend. I didn't get to it. Family came into town. Some life stuff happened. Sorry. But here's your first challenge, buddy. He knows nothing about this. He knows that I'm going to give the challenge, but he doesn't know what the movie's going to be yet. He has had no time to prepare. So I'm not going to give him a date that he has to do it by because we all know things happen. I didn't get the challenge out in time either, so. But here's your challenge, buddy. I went through all your reviews to make sure you hadn't done this one yet. So unless I missed it, here's your challenge. Dee Snider's Strangeland. That is your challenge. I love that movie. It is an awesome film. I'll probably end up doing a review of it soon. It is basically about a really crazy guy named Captain Howdy who gets on the internet in chat rooms. Now, this is based back in the 90s. Gets on the internet in chat rooms and preys upon young people and gets them to come to his house for a party. And when they get there, he uses piercing and all kinds of other stuff, scarification, tattoo, all kinds of stuff to torture these people. It has guest star of Robert Englund. It's really worth the watch. I want you to do the review on it. I hope you like it if you haven't seen it already. So that is it, buddy. Dee Snider's Strangeland. That is the first challenge. You guys join us for this segment. I think it'll be really cool. All right? He's going to challenge me on some stuff that hopefully I haven't seen yet. So anyways, this is Broncojuggalo saying peace.
Women seem twisted when you're unwanted. The streets surround you